we're the Vieira family. A few weeks back, we took a DNA test with CRI Genetics. Today, we're here to actually get the results. We're a little bit nervous, but also super pumped. We don't even know what we're gonna find out, but we wanna know nonetheless. Ready to walk in through this door and find out the results.
Vieira family, welcome back. I'm Jan, I'm the lead scientist at CRI Genetics. I heard that you took a DNA test a few weeks ago.
Thanks for having us back. Yeah, we took a DNA test and we're just excited for the results.
Yeah, so why don't we just jump right in and take a look at Hope's DNA. Let's start with advanced ancestry analysis. So it looks like she has a lot of Native American ancestry in her, or indigenous American. We have Kenya, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, African Caribbean, Gambia, and also some percentage of African American.
And what percentage was African?
22.9%.
Oh my goodness. She's barely me.
She's one.
Wow.
Is that surprising to you guys?
That's very surprising, at least to me. I know we usually expect 50-50 for a child, especially it coming directly from mom and dad. I thought she was half me and half Jonathan, and I know we're always literally all the time told that she literally looks more like her.
Yeah.
And now to have it confirmed by science, it hits a little different.
Well, let's take a look at the traits. So you mentioned that Hope is really interested in gymnastics. Let's look at the eye-hand coordination. So it looks like, based off of her genetics, that she has enhanced eye-hand coordination.
Okay.
So that's great.
wow,
So that's
okay.
probably why she takes to gymnastics. Let's take a look at impulse control. Oh, it looks like she's more likely to be impulsive.
Oh,
so
wow.
that might be
explains
something.
a lot, yeah. Wonder which side of the family she gets that from. Well, I guess it's 70% mine.
Yeah, I feel
so.
like it's possibly more
Yeah.
likely you.
But that's really all right, because a lot of people with impulsive tendencies also excel in a lot of other things too. So it's not really a bad thing. It's just
Okay.
it's just natural variation in the human population. Let's take a look at the empathy. Oh, it looks like, based on her genetic results, she might have lower empathy.
Okay.
But that also has a lot of potential
Yeah.
positives as well, especially for people who work with others. Then maybe having a little bit lower empathy may actually help deal with that, because you have to be the grounding force in some situations.
That's very interesting, because the empathy, we always hear about that in our culture and how we lack it in a sense, but it derives from the idea that we're taught to be very strong.
Yeah.
So I know it took a long time for me to learn that, and I think growing up here in the US, like when I was a teenager, I used to struggle with that with my mom and I'm like, why isn't she empathizing, you know? But it's this idea she's taught you're supposed to go through things and be strong about it.
Those are the kind of attributes that your ancestors have passed down to her, and have given her the tools in order to be strong.
You're gonna be a crazy strong woman, Hope.
It sounds like she's a lot more likely to be a power athlete rather than an endurance athlete. So gymnastics is a great example of a power sport. So that's probably why she's drawn to that already.
Can those genes change later on? I guess you could build endurance.
Well,
right?
you can, exactly. So none of these results are fixed. There's still that environmental element, so you can always change things.
Yeah.
It really is helpful to know what you're starting out with,
Yeah,
so that you
exactly.
can kind of play on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. We've learned a lot about Hope with all of these reports, and we still have 90 or so more reports to go through.
Wow, oh my goodness.
How do you feel about hearing these reports?
I feel like we learned a lot just from the few that we went over. And that's like really helpful to know already at her age.
Yeah, it's almost like giving us a head start in preparing for what's supposed to be unknown, but we get to know. I feel like I would highly encourage everybody to get one. I think leaving here today, we're gonna go home and figure out how we can support Hope and better put her in maybe activities that'll help develop that.
We're so happy to have you come in and talk about your experience with getting the DNA test, and we really want to thank you for going through the results with us.
If you're a parent in 2021, a lot of it has been just figuring things out. So taking this DNA test for us left some of that figuring out off the table. Next Monday, she has her doctor's appointment. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna talk to her doctor about. Is this information as a parent that you wanna know? Like if there was a book about Hope or just any way where I could get more information about her, I would buy it, I would go get it. And I feel like this DNA test is opening that book for me.